We're going to keep this one short. We're going to try to keep this one short, Dave. How's that? Get ready for the finger, guys. Here comes the finger.
Let me just get this.
You're checking for voice.
Checking for voice. Checking for.
Okay.
Let me get the. You're so funny.
I'm making sure the comments are there.
Okay. Checking us to make sure we got lot.
What's the holiday today?
How pretty is that?
What's the holiday?
You're so funny. MLK.
Oh, today's MLK Day. Thank you for the reminder, Dave. Happy MLK Day.
Happy Crypto Day. Let's see.
What's happy about crypto today, Dave?
Hold on a second.
Let
me just make sure we're live. Okay. See the delay on that, by the way?
Yep.
It's an interesting delay.
Here we go.
Biden the hair sniffer is in the house.
All right, Biden. Hair
Welcome
sniffer.
to the Intro to Crypto. It is Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. Lots to talk about, not so much. It's a bit of a crazy weekend, would you say? Nothing like seeing on a Friday the ship starting to go down, right? Like what happens? XRP starts going down to crap all of a sudden.
How'd you make out on your buy on Friday from the
actually did really well.
You up today?
I think it's up on the Zebic.
Yeah.
Yep. And also with
Canton.
I gotta look at to see what it is actually right now. Let me get the glasses cleaned. Sorry about that. First of all, how are you guys doing? Thank you for being a part of our show. Biden the hair sniffer, you're awesome. First one on, love it, love it, love it. What do you think about our new background we have over here on the platform? It's pretty cool stuff. I had a little fun making that background, so hopefully you like it. Take a quick look to see what's happening in the crypto market. They didn't get to do this before as we were prepping. XRP is $1.99. How unbelievable is that? Zapic is doing they're at 0.00333. So they're up from when I bought it, which is great. And I'm happy about that. And Canton is slightly down from purchase, but again, I'm not worried about it at all. So we're all right. Listen, you know what? It's all going up eventually. It doesn't matter what you buy for.
Hold it long enough.
So
if they're good ones.
Doing some research on a few different things here. There's a lot to talk about. Let's first talk about what last week with the whole debacle with the Clarity Act, and we had a lot of us very interested and happy about the fact they pulled it. You know, one podcaster was the Rising Phoenix would be a good background. Biden the hair sniffer, that's happening on Friday. Thank you. I love it. You're going to be my inspiration for the background on Friday. The Rising Phoenix. Awesome stuff. Love it, love it, love it. It's going to be something that only one person I saw that was talking about they were disappointed with the fact that they stopped the Clarity Act going through was Mikkel, also known as Connor. He was the only one that had a problem with it. And he said that, they should have let it go. And now, after we finished the show on Friday, we see that there was confusion, it seems like, from Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, that he maybe shouldn't have raised and pulled the fire alarm so quickly, is kind of what I understood from him. What do you think about that?
Well, that's what Brad Garlinghouse said too. Brad Garlinghouse said
we should have let it go through.
And then we could, because he said that will give the clarity to let institutions invest, because they're still waiting for that before they pull and jump in.
From what they were saying, again, from Brad and from Mikkel, and from what even Brian was saying, the misunderstanding of the control and not being able to make money on the stable coins was not exactly correct. And that the senators that were involved in it didn't want it to be not making money. They just wanted to be able to, again, I don't remember the details. I'm not sure if you're out there watching and listening, if you know the details on it, but long story short, the question is going to be, Armstrong is working with the banks. Yes, I definitely agree with you on that. What is he working on specifically, though? Is it in a way that is making the bank stronger and having more control, or is it more about the fact that
That's interesting to me though, because Armstrong we liked it on Friday because we were like, hey, we're glad he took a stand until we can make sure that we're making money on our DeFi and our staking and all that kind of stuff. So that's almost against what we've been thinking Armstrong with the banks.
Right.
See what I'm saying? It almost seemed like Armstrong was taking a side with us.
Right.
So how is it that he's taking a side with the banks?
I think he's flipped. I think what happened was he flipped his understanding. Oh, here we go. Paul Z, thank you so much for joining us here today. Great to see you. Brad is getting crushed for his statement, even though I agree with Brad. Who knows now? And Paul says, what happens? It's really interesting because if you listen to Mickle, I'm not sure if you guys watch Mickle or listen to Mickle, he was getting hammered also. He's getting hammered for a few different reasons. I guess a lot of the podcasters, one thing I don't do is put some kind of like what they call hype up on the screen to get you to watch it, and then it's all crap.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not
clickbait.
That's exactly right. I don't believe in clickbait. It's got to be
look at our background here, everybody. Is there any clickbait here? Intro to crypto. XRP equals today new internet. Well, maybe there's a little bit.
Real conversations, real utility. XRP equals today's internet. That's kind of what I want to get into today about that. Biden history says he was bought out like most people. You think so? Is that what you think? That's interesting.
But you mean bought out because now he's going to side with? I don't like. I just want to understand how. So we liked what he was saying last week, and now he's.
I was listening to Crypto Sensei. You guys watch Crypto Sensei? I think he's a great guy. I think he's very animated. He's got a lot of personality to him. Does a little clickbait, but he's very, very technical in his information. Yeah. He does a lot of research, and in listening to him, he was saying along the lines of that it was interpreted wrong from what Brian was seeing from the Clarity Act. Now, Biden, here's stuff you might be right. Is he siding with the banks? Is there something there that's a little wonky?
Yeah.
But according to what Crypto Sensei was talking about, it seemed that he was misunderstanding what exactly the banks were putting into this thing and how it was read as opposed to what it meant by it. And that the banks also don't want to be so involved in that. Again, I'm not sure. What do you think? Have you been watching and listening? That's my question.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like there's much clarity though. Here we are, two people and a bunch of followers online that all are trying to figure this out, and none of us really know what's going on. So there's no clarity here with this, as far as I'm concerned.
Let me just put our what do you call it? The
2 cents in?
No, I got to mention we are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. What do you call that? The disclaimer. I got to do a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. This is a realtor. This is a mortgage broker talking digital assets and crypto with you. We thank you so much for being a part of our show, being part of our lives. This is the world-renowned Intro to Crypto. We are with people from all over the world, all over the country, and it's so awesome to be a part of your lives. Biden here sniffer says he's going to push the banks through his agenda. Trump is going to after the banks for debanking him and his family. Davos will be interesting.
I did see that. I did see that today.
Definitely very, very true.
But still, did that answer the question? I'm just curious. Did that answer the question regarding how he's siding with the banks
and
now?
And Paul said Brad knows XRP will be a bank, so other cryptos will have a problem. For sure that everybody knows that XRP will be a bank or have such power in the banking licenses, of course. Now, how they take it, what they're going to do, the agenda is wide open. They literally have all the pieces of the puzzle on the outside, and they're slowly filling it in. And we're seeing the piece of the puzzle being filled in slowly.
Well said.
Try to kind of figure out which moves they're going to make. And I think they're going to have a lot of avenues to go with. So it's going to be very interesting to watch. And one of the things I want to head up and talk about today, while we're talking about this, I want you to jump in and give your comments and thoughts and feelings, is XRP is today's new internet. Like back in the day when the internet came out, right? It was like unheard of, ununderstood. Yeah. No one thought the internet was going to be something what it is today. And the same way XRP and it coming out to the world slowly, and how it's changed the game of all crypto assets, digital assets in the entire industry especially after it went through the lawsuit with the SEC. It is an
I agree.
absolute game changer as what has happened in our industry and what it's going to be in the future. And what I've also been learning about was how, when they're talking about digital assets, specifically XRP, and how many different, what's it called? Forgive me for being a little mumbles over here. How many different ways it's recognized in the banking industry when they're talking about it? I want to get this.
Oh, you got your notes. Gotcha.
In my notes over here.
Yeah.
So when they talk about XRP, they may be using different kind of labels, and maybe you guys do know or don't know. When they say shared ledger, that's XRP. When they say regulated liability network, that is XRP. When they say unified ledger, that is XRP. When they say shared ledger, that is XRP. When they say regulated internet of value, that is XRP. When they say regulated settlement network, that is XRP. When they say all of these things here, they're literally referring to XRP, and they had to come up with different names with the banking institutions while they're talking about XRP, using XRP in the background for people not to know they're talking about XRP.
Why?
Because they don't want to get out yet. They don't want the world to know that the banks are 100% involved in XRP. And in replacing the SWIFT system, it's without a doubt the future of what's happening. And I don't know about replacing it as a whole so quickly as this. It's all coming through slowly, and pieces of how much XRP they're using through the different banking systems. I'm going to jump back in here to our friends over here. Biden history for all economies are about to crash. That's why the massive rise in metals is happening. Biden history.
There's my silver man right there with me.
Ringing your bell right here.
Totally.
It's very interesting though. Like, where all these banking institutions, we talked about this company with BIS, right? The projects they're working on. They're working on Project Agora, Project Mariano, Project Nexus, all using XRP. The BIS using XRP. The Bank of Banks is using XRP. Every bank, 170 banks in the world are using XRP, but they cannot let the word get out of the bag quickly. And the reason for that is, right? Do you know the reason for this? Because they need to keep it down, because XRP Ripple specifically is working on negotiating with other institutions, other companies, to help build the XRP foundation, the major puzzle, the puzzle piece they're working on. And when they're bringing in these new companies, they're able to sell XRP at a much smaller price to all these companies. When XRP explodes, it's going to be much more expensive for all these companies to buy that XRP. Who just jumped in here? Daniel James is here. Thank you so much for being a part of our show, my friend. We know the banks are only out for their own interests. They would lose billions in income if individuals pulled their deposits. Probably some sort of compromise needed in the wording of the bill. 100% agree with you.
Doctor just said that. What's that woman name? The doctor. I was listening to her earlier this morning. She's excellent. I never get her name right, but she was excellent.
Palsy says Davos will speak on this week in Europe. United Kingdom. Let's speak about Europe and the United Kingdom. I mean, the amount of business they're using with XRP, and it said that England does speaking of England, Bitcoin. What England does in one day in the banking industry is 7 times. Talking about Bitcoin. I'm sorry, jumping all over my
You are all over.
I'm sorry.
Today.
I had some information.
He didn't take his ADD medicine today. Sorry, guys.
Talking about XRP, and I wrote some notes there. Talking about XRP and Bitcoin. So XRP settles for the Bank of England more in one day than Bitcoin settles in a whole year. The amount of XRP is being used.
There you go. That's a good piece. That's a good statistic right there.
So the XRP settles for the Bank of England. All right. The Bank of England settles more in one day than Bitcoin settles in one whole year. If Bitcoin is at 2 trillion, how is it possible that XRP is not at 7 or 8x okay, at a 2 trillion, as well as handling one, I'm sorry, and that's only one central bank. And when an XRP will be handling 170 banks, the price of XRP when it comes out is going to go through the roof. I hope that made sense.
Yeah, it did.
The idea what
It
I'm
did.
saying
I
to
got
you,
what you're saying.
right? So it's unbelievable what's going to happen with XRP, and when it jumps, it's literally going to be like one of the commercials we see on, Instagram or somewhere, where like it's just going to boom between the liquidity and the amount of pressure that is being used. It's almost like I don't want to say like a volcano. I love the volcano idea.
Put it, it probably, I think we're expecting that it's going to end up being exactly like, take a look at what a silver chart did over the last month or two. If you want to see silver just took right off, it's going to be the exact same way.
We got Biden history says the crash can't come quick enough, and DTCC 4 quadrillion a year. That's some big numbers. Good point, Biden hair sniffer.
Yeah,
on point, always love it. So knowing between the liquidity with what's happening. And by the way, one of the if you guys ever watch the XRP ETF tracker, have you ever seen that before? It's a pretty cool site, xrp-insights.com, and it shows you over here. Did you see this before? We talked
this
about
one?
this.
No, we didn't talk about this one.
Total supply 100 billion, in escrow 34.19 billion, circulating 65.81 billion, exchanges 14.14 billion, ETFs and index 807.8 million, DeFi 227.7 million, tokenized RWA 402 million, Treasury 520.9 million XRP.
You know what I would like to see? I love to see those numbers.
Yes.
It shows that utilities kicking in, and obviously that's going to mean higher prices down the road. I would like to see if there was a way to know where was it 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. I'd love to see, you know what I'm saying? Does that have any historical on that?
I bet you could pull some track on it.
I'm just curious.
Let's see. Biden the hair sniffer says XRP solves liquidity problem. Absolutely. Yeah. And Daniel James says it's a steal at $1.98 now on Coinbase. I don't get upset when the price goes down. I don't, because I know that it's going to go up. I almost like the fact that it's still low because I continue buying more, pieces here, pieces there. And I'm hoping that it gives a chance for newcomers, the people who have never watched this show before, the people who are just getting introduced to crypto. When they see something, we talked to Carol the other day, it's like buying penny stock. It's literally like buying penny stocks for crypto. Yeah. And what it is today and what the future will be is going to be a 180. And for people who have a chance to get in and buy, it's almost like it's so cheap. People don't believe it because it's so cheap. Oh, there must be something crap for $2 a coin, right? That's how they literally look at it. And you have XLM, HBR, XDC, all these other ones. I mean, look at what I just picked up on Zebic, 0.0033. I mean, like, we're buying things at a point where it's so unbelievable that it almost becomes hard to fathom that it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well said.
Palsy says, ETF tracker, you can see what's happening almost 1% so far of the circulating supply already. I mean, it's a really cool site. I love it. Really.
See anything for historical? I'm just curious to see what, like what it did like a year ago.
I bet you Palsy's going to give me better answers. Weekly Insights talks about XRP Insights Weekly. I probably need to know how to use this site, and I don't know. Ripple escrow they have right now, an escrow 34.19 billion, monthly unlock 1 billion, typically relocked 70%. You always mention that. Net monthly 300 million. Let's see over here if I'm repeating myself. Exchange holdings. Total on exchanges is 14.14 billion. USD value 29 billion. Exchanges tracked 18 platforms. And percent of supply is 14%.
It doesn't say what percentage is sold and allocated to individuals, though. They're saying what's on the exchanges, but they're not saying what's off. That's why we were talking a couple of weeks ago about pulling the stuff and putting it on
your wallets.
so you can actually
That one guy's back. Thank you so much for being a part of our show again today. We love seeing you. Internet of Value, new Amazon. That's huge. Amazon, right? I mean, like one of the major. There's not a day that a package doesn't show up to my house. I hate to say it like that. That like when a day shows up when no packages came in, I feel like I saved money. I mean, like
my son, I got 3 packages typically a day that come through, and I'm like, it's Christmas every day in this house.
It literally is. My daughter gets so used to seeing packages. Is that for me? Is that for me? I'm like, what's going on over here? Biden the hair sniffer. For the new people, any ISO 20022 compliant coin is safe. Most coins will soon be gone. We definitely agree with you. Amen. Absolutely. And the more is adopted and used than burned. Absolutely. I'm going to go back to this XRP tracker. All exchanges. Look at this. Upbit 5.26 billion. Binance 2.23 billion. I never heard of this. BitThumb 1.48 billion. Uphold we use 1.66 billion. Bitbank 571 million. Wow. CoinCheck 552 million. eToro 475 million. Crypto.com 359 million. Coin1 293 million. Bitflyer 183 million. Kraken 119 million. Speaking of Kraken, I got to ask you about that.
They're only down to 119 million.
Yeah. Corbit 117. BitGet 114 million. Coinbase 98 million. BitTrue 88 million.
Hey, remind me to take my account off of Coinbase because I got like 98 million there. I'm afraid I'm getting all the credit.
SBI VC Trade 65 million. Bitstamp. I mean, it's Bitstamp. It's got 20 million in coins. PH is 448.
I don't even see BitTrue on there.
BitTrue was on here. Yeah.
Oh, did you? You said BitTrue? I didn't see BitTrue.
88 million.
Oh.
Let me get back in front of the live over here. We got a lot of people coming in with conversations here. Please forgive me for getting so slow. Biden Sniffer says the more it's adopted and used, that's burned, and more that's burned. Banks are now stopping people transferring funds to bullion dealers. Wow,
that's silver and gold.
Silver's definitely taken a huge jump. I keep saying to myself, do I get into it? Do I feel like, did I miss it? I
know your wife's on now. Do you anything you want to mention now?
I want to say hello to my wife who's on Instagram watching, and my daughter. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Hopefully you guys can turn the TV on and put us on YouTube. And by the way, speaking of YouTube, Salamander, thank you so much for being a part of the show. We appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. Canton is being used by NYSE, which is huge.
Wow.
Thank you for mentioning that. And the NYSE, we just saw before it came on the show that the NYSE is going to be going live 24/7. Is that right?
Yeah,
24/7?
Yeah. That's
what they're talking about. Huge thing coming out. Just been announced. If anybody has been listening to that, what's going on in the stock exchange, I wonder if crypto has anything to do with that. Silver's at $94.28. Wow. Should I buy it or is it too late? Did I miss the boat? It's like did I miss the boat? I feel like I'm talking about XRP. Did you miss the boat? I guess silver is a good time to buy it.
I mean, here's the thing. I think personally, I think silver is a better deal than gold because silver gets constantly used up. You think about it. Every time a missile goes off in America, for America, they're burning through a lot of silver. Every time your phones, every time everything, they're constantly using silver. The gold always sits there. So the same gold that was around 100 years ago is still there today. It's a collector's.
That one guy says, we're getting close, y'all. Guys, if you know how close we are to the 1,000 subscribers, I want to let you, we're at 928. I want to thank you all so much for being a part of our show every week. Yeah. If you can please share with your friends and family about our show, we'd be so grateful to get more subscribers. Hopefully people are loving and listening and learning together. It means the world to us. Thank you so much. Biden the Hair Sniffer says, idea for you. The Phoenix is on a black hoodie. Ooh, I like that. Would look awesome. Phoenix on a black hoodie with XRP.
Yeah,
I love that. Paul Z says, ideas. AI will be using silver as well. Really? That's very
Well, yeah,
interesting.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the best conductor in the world.
Oh, my daughter is on Instagram. I see her at kids. Hi, she says, "It's Drew, Daddy. You're so good at podcast. What can I do when you've so good? I love you so much. Oh, Drew, thank you so much, Drew. Go
Hi,
on
Drew.
the TV and have mommy put YouTube on so you can see us there. You'll see a much better picture than on the iPad. Wow, AI is going to use silver.
Everything. If it's technology, they're using silver.
That's unbelievable.
That's the thing, and and that's the reason. Solar panels loaded with silver.
Biden, the Harris Service says data centers.
Yeah.
I mean, the data center situation, we're having a problem with the electricity with these data centers. By the way, I got a question for you, just changing subjects a little bit. Speaking of data centers, do you see your electric bills where you are living out of control? And is it because of the data centers that are is it data centers? I'm not sure.
That's what they're saying.
They're data centers that are being built.
The AI.
The AI everywhere. Is it happening where you are? The one guy, XRP t-shirts get you kidnapped. It's funny you say that because I was out with my daughter yesterday and I had my XRP hoodie on. We went to Chuck E. Cheese and I was wondering if anybody was going to approach me or even know what XRP was.
Nothing.
And not one person made a comment, but I was waiting for someone to come up to me and say, hey, XRP, it's very interesting, but you got a point there. Do I want to wear my XRP t-shirt out on the in the world? I don't know. I don't know that I want people to necessarily know, but at some point, what's going to happen is everybody will wear an XRP t-shirt, just like they're wearing a Under Armour shirt at the gym.
Amazon shirts?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I've ever seen an Amazon t-shirt by somebody wearing Amazon.
I don't know.
I've never seen an Amazon, but if you wear like an Under Armour t-shirt, like it's like a logo, I think at some point you're going to see that you're going to have the XRP t-shirts, the most popular shirt to wear. And Biden Harris Service says, I'm in the UK. Energy is stupid prices. So that's interesting to see because right now in Connecticut specifically, they have these unbelievable costs for us on our electric bills. In Connecticut, if people didn't pay their electric bill during the COVID times, which was, I guess, millions of dollars, they're now making us, the people who paid the bills, pay a portion of our bill, which is about $100 to $150 a month extra for making up the payments on those. That's how corrupt Connecticut is, in my opinion.
I agree with you.
Okay, number two,
it's socialism too.
It really is socialism.
It really is socialism.
We are back in the 80s, where back in the 80s we had that, what's it called? Socialism. They called it, are you a communist? Remember that?
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, it was like, people were being proud to be a communist. And over here, they won't even use that word. Wait till the language comes out. They're going to start saying I'm a communist. And that's what they're going to say they are. And I'm scared because we are all over all different platforms like Facebook and Instagram and everywhere else. And
your daughter left another message.
People listening to us might think that we're, conspiracy theorists. So I hope I don't create chaos over here.
Daddy, I see you on TikTok.
I'm in the UK. And okay, most people are dumb to know what XRP is. They are not only dumb, but they're blind. But it's also what they pay attention. What are they watching on TV? What are they involved in? Biden the Harris Speaker says the sheep people, I think is what it's saying, don't know. And that one guy says energy price is steady in Florida. Of course. Amen and hallelujah. My son is there. By the way, my son in Florida, he is working for the JW Turnberry Marriott, which if anybody ever goes there, great place to stay. Look for Daniel. He's a great young man. And then he's also working for Hard Rock, and he's at the game tonight, the Miami, Indiana championship football game. He's at the game tonight. So big props to him. Awesome. We got Dozer's back. What's up? Thank you so much for being a part of the show. We love it. Thank you so much for being here. What are your thoughts and feelings on what we're talking about here? We love to hear your opinions, thoughts, and feelings. We've been talking about a lot of things.
Hi, Val. I'm just having conversation with your family.
My wife is on the show on Instagram, and my daughter is on Instagram. Love for them to be on the best place to watch us always, I think, is on YouTube. Instagram is obviously good. But they can't see the beautiful backgrounds and all of the great effects that everybody else gets to watch and see. And when they're watching us on Instagram, it's a white wall, a gray wall behind us.
Your wife likes to watch.
Oh, she likes to watch.
Yeah.
nice gift we got over here. If you like watches, I'm a big watch guy. Yeah, but anyway, getting back into XRP. So a lot of things happening at XRP in the limelight subliminally, literally happening in the world of banking and what's happening that they're all using. We know that there's 170 banks using XRP right now. 170 banks using XRP, but calling it something different on a downplay language because it cannot disclose that XRP.
Does that have anything to do with the NDAs with
Jake?
Ripple? No, the NDAs, the non-disclosure agreements they had with a certain amount of banks. I thought they had like 170 or 180 NDAs. I'm just curious.
Very likely what's happening. Dozier says 7 years holding. I'm over the patience.
Yeah, we feel you. We feel you.
It's that roller coaster of life that we're going through here that is making us bananas, but you got to laugh at it. You got to laugh at it a little bit. It's giving other people to.
If this doesn't give you some hope, I don't know what would. I was talking to a guy that I worked with.
He says RTP, by the way. Go ahead.
He was talking to. He basically never really cared if he did his job or didn't do his job. He didn't care. And I said to him one day, I said, just out of curiosity, I said, do you have like family money? I said, why is it that you just never really care about your job? He says, Mike, to be honest with you, he says, I maximized all of my accounts, my IRAs, my Roths, the whole 9 yards. He says, during the internet craze, he says in 2000, he says, or was it 1990 or no, it would have been, around 2000. He says he went all in with the best of the best. And he now is a multi-millionaire living on the water, enjoying his life. So, and retired. So just to let a little story like that, I think can go a long way with people to recognize, because there was a major downturn in 2000 in the internet world.
That's right.
If you weren't in the quality stuff, you lost. You lost everything. You lost all of it.
Also, was
Chewy.com, all those ones that
it was also the best time to buy when everything went down.
That's true, but I'm saying certain ones survived and many did not, and that's going to be the exact same way in crypto.
Absolutely,
many are not going to survive, but the ones that do are going to do very well.
Biden here says 1,700 NDAs. 1,700 NDAs. That's amazing.
Wow.
That one guy says Brad's been out making deals for a decade plus. He's good stuff. He is the second best deal maker that I know. Unbelievable. And I say that because there's only one person that we know that makes better deals or has been making deals for the last few years that's killing it. Without getting too deep on that conversation. And Dozier says rapid transfer payments, ?
He's reading the RTP. That's what.
Thank you so much for this. Give rapid transfer payments ? And then Dozier says, what they're calling XRP in the banking world ? Yeah, they've got that's what they're calling the rapid transfer payments. That makes sense. And we went through a bunch of them that they're using for the banking world. I can go back.
Are they using that? You mean the RTP? Are they using that in the banking world?
He's saying that rapid transfer payments. He's questioning if that's another language for XRP, I believe. I think that's what he said. Question. And he says, I think. Yep. And then Biden says the unit and Blade is back. Thanks so much for joining us, Blade. I love as time goes on and the US dollar keeps going down, Trump will put pressure for the Clarity Act. Don't forget, Trump family is heavily invested in it. 1,000% true. Yep. Very good point.
But just make sure it happens before the elections. My concern is we don't want him to be a lame duck the second half of his term.
I don't think it's not going to be lame duck. There's going to be a major second half that's going to be unbelievable.
If he loses the House and the Senate, he would be a lame duck.
We're not losing anything. All right.
I'm just saying
the one guy says over here, Orange Man playing with aces. I mean, he literally is playing with aces and jokers. And I mean, that guy's he is the ultimate deal.
Who said that?
The one guy.
I like that.
Yeah. He is the ultimate deal maker. I think Brian Garlinghouse is his second in command over there with the deals. And together, what a great team. What a great team.
The only difference is Donald Trump will do it with missiles and bombs. Maybe if
in the world.
I'm just saying, if we could only get Brad Garlinghouse to do that with missiles and bombs against the banks, and just like,
do you know what's
instantaneous?
Speaking of that, can you imagine negotiating with XRP with other countries to, instead of giving money, they're giving out XRP? How about that idea?
Giving it out?
Well, instead of giving money, they're giving XRP out because the dollar is being weakened, and XRP is going to, imagine they give the Federal Reserve XRP to help with the debt. And with that being said, they can use that money maybe for the negotiations.
That would really help that would help us heavily. That were to happen. That's some speculation. We've talked about
very possible. Biden says Trump is bringing the British Empire down exactly why he wants.
Gosh, he follows all the same stuff I do. I love it. I'm with you, brother.
There's a reason. There's a method to the madness. Is that fair?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a method. He's the ultimate chess player, and it may not be something people like, and we may not understand all these different skill levels. Kind of like XRP, we don't understand because we're on the sidelines. We're like in that puzzle of Ripple. We're in the Ripple puzzle, and we're waiting for the pieces of the puzzle to come together. And we're just looking at all these little pieces and trying to understand it. We keep getting bits of information that explain to us why it's happening.
Until the whole puzzle is all in front of you.
Yeah, right. Deplorable Badass. Thank you for joining us, seeing us here today on our Monday show. Hello, fellas. Trump has bombs. Brad has cartoon bear.
Cartoon what?
Cartoon bear.
That's good. I like
the dancing bear from back in the day when we were in college. I mean,
the
dancing bear had a different kind of a spin on things as to what the dancing bear was doing.
Yeah, good stuff.
But yeah, it's really like there's a lot of things that we're either understanding and getting, or trying to put the pieces together, the puzzle pieces together ourselves. And it's interesting to see what the plays are being happening and what's going to happen.
Yep.
So where are we going to be by Friday? A couple of questions. Where are we going to be with our subscribers? Are we going to have more subscribers? We're at 928. I would love to see us closer to 1,000.
Please, we need to get over 1,000 because I hear from this all the time from Dave. He gives me a count every 5 minutes.
I get excited. And first of all, by the way, if you are a subscriber, from what I found, I want to thank you so much for being a subscriber. If you are a subscriber of our show, I look to see who the latest and the greatest the subscribers are for our channel. And I'm able to see there's a list, by the way. And on the list, it shows me, again, there are people who are, I guess, public subscriber. Only includes users who have made their subscription public. Please make your subscription public. Salamander, thank you so much for joining us. The most recent subscriber over here. I love it. Thank you so much, John McKinley. Thank you for joining us recently, Anthony Grant. These are the most recent subscribers. And right now we are at 928. So please continue to subscribe, like, and share. Biden the Hair Stripper says Basel III is for the banks to be able to back them up. I believe XRP is a part of that. Basel III. Yeah. Basel as in Basel, Switzerland, as in BIS.
No, it's basically it's a monetary system that they've put together. So that's the third one that they're working on now with gold, silver, XRP, whatever.
Biden Hair Stripper, you are
he's right there
on fire. Love it. And I apologize if I don't know what we're talking about sometimes over here. So I'm going to be honest. If I don't know, I'm going to say I don't know. I'm still learning like a newbie, and I'm happy and proud to be the newbie, learning and being a part of all your knowledge over here and trying to get conversation about what's happening in this environment. That's why it's so important for all the people out there who are listening for the first time or second time or third time, or if you don't know about crypto or digital assets, why it's so important to learn. There is a world of people here that we are working with and talking to on a regular basis. And it is so exciting to watch and learn and to listen.
Dave might not know it, but he can definitely talk. I try every word I say, Dave will say 100.
I try to prepare,
which I appreciate.
I try to prepare for the show to give a lot of good conversation.
And I don't prepare at all.
Biden Hair Stripper says ordered by the BIS and House of Basel. So I was not far off with that. right?
No, I'll give it to you.
All right. Yeah, I when I found about the BIS the last couple of weeks, I was blown away because I didn't know about the bank of banks. I mean, I think that most people in the world are so closed into a bubble. They're so closed into a bubble with what show they watch, what news channel they watch, their family life.
Think about it. I mean, with the way algorithms are working today, all of us that are watching this podcast right now, most of them have an algorithm right now, and the algorithm picks up crypto, it picks up XRP, so they're focused on it.
Right.
But if that algorithm will never pick up for my wife. So my wife will never see an XRP or a crypto podcast because
my wife actually,
she's on.
Well, she actually starts to get things on her feed about XRP.
Well, yeah, because of turning this on. Sorry. So maybe, but I'm just saying in general, I think algorithms are actually making people less broad in their thought processes.
That might be possible unless we can figure a way, all of us together, to get people to at least be visually open to something. What I can tell you in the New York City area is you see billboards now. It's on the train. It's on billboards, XRP and Ripple. So when you're out there, by the way, in the world, whatever state you're from, whatever country you're in, have you been seeing Ripple or XRP in your daily lives out in the cities or on any kind of buses or subways? I mean, that's a big thing also. When they start advertising on billboards, right, where you're driving and seeing XRP, that's another thing. I wonder if they're going to start doing that with the banking institutions as well.
I'd be surprised.
Let's see. Biden Harris, they got their own laws, okay, and the creature from Jekyll Island should be required reading for every high school senior.
Yeah, absolutely. Amen. Do you know what that is?
I don't know.
I'll explain it to you afterwards.
I want to know a little more about Jekyll Island.
It's about the banking system.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, how is it that I didn't learn about that?
Because we're not taught that in school. That's what he's saying.
The whole school system is completely wasted. It's actually scary how much information they're learning that has no relevance to the future.
Did you see they were talking about the education, how much siphoning has been going off of the Board of Education for the nation and how much money has been siphoned off and not going to the children? It's absolutely, because I'm reading it in the Epic Times because I do subscribe to newspapers and see things, but
we got a new one here, Digital Dirt. That's a great one. I like that. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate being a part of the show. It says the creature from Jekyll Island should be required reading for every high school senior. You know what? Yep. I want to read it myself because I have no idea what it is.
And Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Everyone should read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Every kid should definitely read that.
So hold on, we have over here. I missed a couple over here. Please forgive me. Digital Dirt, the creature. Okay, I'm sorry. Silent Giant. Thank you so much for being a part of the show over here. We appreciate you being on the show with us.
Like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. The only reason I discovered XRP was because I was invested in the AMC in the AMC for the supposed short squeeze. And that same influencer was into XRP.
That's good.
Very interesting. It always takes something or someone.
So here's my question to him: is he or she doing Silent Giant? Are you doing anything with silver? Because I know that whole squeeze with AMC has also been big into doing the same exact thing with silver.
Very good question. We have. I see Louis Vaughn is back over here.
Hey, Louis.
Hold on. Biden has for one thing that surprised me today was silver. Oops, jumped so fast. Is silver? Silver on the news when it's unavailable. Okay. One thing that surprised me today was silver on the news when it's unavailable everywhere. That's right. Now it's on the news, but it's not available anywhere. Yeah. It's always 6 months behind. Louis Vaughn is back. Thank you so much, our friend from South Africa. Lekker boys. Greetings from South Africa. We missed you, buddy, the last couple of weeks. It's been a minute. Good to have you back. And Blade is back over here. If you're here, it's because you're not distracted by the noise, a life that keeps you shackled. Absolutely true. Very, very good point. And appreciate you being here, my friend. We love love having you here. Biden Hair Sniffer. School don't teach how to think, but what to think. Yeah, that is for sure.
Yeah.
And the one guy says, Orange Man going to lay it down in his Davos speech. Amen. Amen and hallelujah. What is being taught in the schools from elementary to junior to middle to junior high and high school? I mean, at the bare minimum, when you hit 9th grade as a freshman, they don't teach about credit. They don't teach about debit. They don't teach about crypto. They don't teach about business.
I gotta tell you this because it's sort of
you
funny.
take an accounting. Hold on, you take an accounting class, maybe, okay, but you don't learn about business and life and future.
No, not at all. I did a mortgage for a friend of mine years ago, and went to high school with him. He was a black man living in New Haven.
Yeah.
And we were talking. He said, I grew up in the city. He said, nobody ever told me that I had to pay off my credit card. He says, I used to take friends on vacation with me because I would take the vacation, I'd come back, and my credit card payment would only go up by $10 or $5 or whatever, ridiculously small. So he wasn't thinking about having to pay that debt off. But I mean,
and how
there
much
you
money,
go.
Right, and how much money it cost him that whole trip eventually after you paid off over 10 years.
Never taught anything about that. So there you go. And this was a gentleman that, college educated guy teaching in the school systems.
Yeah.
And never taught.
We got some new people over here. My Stick, thank you for joining us over here. Thank you for being part of the show. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate you joining us. He's not orange, he's gold. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Oh my God, the gold man. I love it. Maybe the gold and silver man, and later on the XRP man. But that's awesome. He's not orange, he's gold. I love it. That is one of that's the highlight of the show today. I love that one. Biden the hair sniffer says, I got my popcorn for Davos. I can't wait to make some popcorn myself tonight. And the plural badass says, too busy learning about climate change and not life skills and finance.
Absolutely.
That is the facts.
Liberalism.
It is crazy. And Biden the hair sniffer says, pay tax. Absolutely. Golden era. I like the golden era. I like the gold. I like the synonyms. I love the relatability here.
Yep.
This is great stuff. Love it. You guys are pulling out some great one-liners here. Yeah. And this is great stuff.
I heard another podcast the other day, and they were just talking about if they can turn around and take property taxes and put it on the state level and have it be as a sales tax, how it could totally change the whole entire real estate market around the world. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, I'm just thinking like, okay, I have to pay my tax bill by the end of the month. That tax bill, that would give me an extra $5,000 to do something for the 6 months to do or something else with it.
Wait, just to clarify, it's 5,000 over 6 months, not 5,000 per month.
No, it's 5,000 every 6 months.
Right, your tax are 10,000 a year.
Yeah. So that is, I mean, you talk about what a hindrance that does. No, then you wonder why nobody can retire and have the house and keep the house, for forever and just live there as an elderly person. Sad.
Blade says, school doesn't teach you to become someone. They teach you how to replace someone. Wow, that's
deep. I like that.
The elites always need workers. Facts. And that one guy says, did y'all pick up some Zebek? I did, my friend. Last week, I bought
live. He did it live on Friday.
I did it live on Friday with you guys over here. I want to say I picked up a decent amount. I'm not sure what a decent amount is, but $500,000. That's a pretty decent amount. I love how, what's great about Zebek is because it's so inexpensive, you can buy $500,000 for so little. So yes, I did. And maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. But I did. And thank you so much for sharing the Zebek with me, everybody. That's awesome. And Canton, Biden hair sniffer says, you got a golden phoenix. You get a golden phoenix on a black hoodie with XRP symbol. I'll definitely buy. I am loving this. I love the golden phoenix with the XRP logo. What a great idea.
It's a great idea.
It's a great idea. All right.
And then you can sell sweatshirts. I love it.
And can I just tell you something? I mean this sincerely. I don't even know how to upload, how you would sell sweatshirts yet. I got to find out how this works.
Well, you're not going to do it through that. You probably would.
It goes on your your YouTube
directly to your YouTube.
I see a lot of people doing it. They sell on their YouTube. I would like to learn. I'm going to work on making the sweatshirts.
We're going to put your daughter on it.
We're going to work on making the sweatshirts, and then we're going to learn how, maybe before that, even to how to put that on the YouTube. I got to learn how to do this stuff. But I think at first I have to have 1,000 people. I'm not even sure if that's necessary to.
This is Dave begging for the 1,000 again, guys.
Listen, I don't want to beg.
Okay,
I'm
just
hoping
teasing,
you want to be a part of the
teasing.
show, and appreciate you guys joining and being a part of it. Let's just see if anything's happening.
He's looking to see if anybody else signed up since you looked 5 minutes ago.
I know, it's like so cool to watch, you know. I get excited. You know what? It's also really cool. After the show is over, Biden Hair Sniffer says YouTube shop. Thank you, Biden Hair Sniffer. All right, so I'm going to work on setting that up slowly. Louis Vaughn says almost 1,000 subs. Amen, brother. Let's go. Thank you so much, my friend. Louis Vaughn in South Africa.
Getting ready for bed. Ready for bed. He's still checking your numbers.
He's in the ballpark of 6 or 7 hours later, right? And we love having you here. Miss having you every week. And my question to you, my friend, I know you're one of the very few people you know in the background who are involved in XRP. Have you been able to get other people to watch the show, at least friends of yours, family of yours, to watch the show? And if you haven't, let's do that for us. Love to see that happen.
Dave, I'm laughing.
I would love to.
I'm laughing because, you know, the few friends that the guy may have, you're trying to kill him. You're trying to
Again,
I'm just teasing.
I'm sorry. I hope I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I won't bring it up. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being a part of the show every week. We appreciate it. So going back to XRP. So we're going to just go back over, because there were some questions here as far as all the different places that XRP is well known for, are known as by the different banks. Okay. So if you hear the word shared ledger, that's XRP. Regulated liability network, that's XRP. Unified ledger, that's XRP. A shared ledger, XRP. Regulated Internet of Value, that's XRP. Regulated settlement network, that is XRP. So when the banks are using these words, these are the banks using XRP but not saying XRP. Wild. The amount of information we learn on a regular is unbelievable. Biden Hair Sniffer says, your daughter will probably be able to set it up. She's 7, but you might be with my son who's 22. I said we have a 7-year-old and a 22-year-old. God works in mysterious ways. Same wife, an amazing woman, the love of my life. Amazing people. But I'm not sure if my daughter, but maybe soon. Let's see. Louis Vaughn, people sleep at this time. Ha ha ha. I'm a musician. I sleep late at night. Awesome, buddy. And Biden Hair Sniffer says, all my money, XRP. Listen, I am 99.9% XRP, but I do have some XTC. I definitely have XBAR. I definitely have XLM. I got a little XLM. I got my Zebic. I got Flare. I got Canton. These are some things I picked up between Michael teaching me, you teaching me, learning and listening and watching, listening to the great crypto YouTubers out there that we follow and listen to, and try to understand what's going on over here. There are a lot of great cryptos out there that we all should have. Their main bag, and then when your bag is quote unquote somewhat full, now we continue buying. I said it and forget it. Try to keep buying that XRP, especially while it's $2 or under $3 for that matter. How can you not? But I'm liking to learn about these other great cryptos that you're teaching us about.
Yep.
And Zebic, based on what I'm learning about it and the research and all the different things it's in, it's quite an interesting crypto. Have you picked up Zebic yet?
No.
You are going to miss the boat on Zebic.
I told you last Friday.
You were going to get.
I want you to win once.
We got to win together.
Yeah, I don't mind you. I don't mind you winning one. We're both going to win on certain ones. I'll let you win on that one.
Well, I think that Canton is a big one. I think that, and based on what I'm listening to, and I think also that Zebic is a big one. And Flare, now that Uphold is going to do 3.5% on Uphold staking. Hey, are you staking your crypto? And if you're staking your crypto, where are you staking it? Any suggestions, thoughts, and feelings on that as well? I want to know what you guys are doing with your crypto assets. If you care to share or, share with the world. And if you're out there, you don't know what staking is, Michael, would you care to kind of give them a little what a staking is more or less?
it's supporting the crypto network by using your tokens to actually make their network profitable and successful. So they need to have that. So they need to have tokens in their network that's sitting there to help facilitate how the crypto market works.
It's kind of like a savings account. You have money in your savings, the bank's taking that money or your checking account, they're using that money to invest it. Right. So when you go to the bank, you can't pull it all out all of a sudden. They get all freaked out if you go out to the bank.
I've never had an issue with it. I have had a couple of my staked tokens that were robbed through like a BitTrue kind of thing. BitTrue made whole on it and gave me all back. So I mean, I thought it'd been relatively risk-free.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't do anything with it right now because I'm not in BitTrue, because BitTrue sort of made it illegal in America, but it was a pretty good run.
Biden Hair Service says all the money XRP, everyone main bag should be XRP, the banker's coin. Absolutely agree with you. And Blade says XRP, gold, silver makes me sleep well at night. You know, it's those commodities, right, that are solid commodities.
Yep.
I wish I would have picked up the silver when it was $26, $28, $30. You told me to buy it. I wish I did.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I shouldn't buy it because it's 100. Because if silver continues to go, and I just don't know how high it can go. I guess that's the big question. How high can
it
silver
can
go?
Go high?
Yeah,
it can go high. It can go. I mean, there's already a spread between what's in America and what's in the United States. America and China. There's already a huge spread. There's already like an $8 spread.
But the question is there any silver left to buy? Can I buy silver?
No, that's the problem. Right now, there's a shortage. That's what they were talking about too. Is that a lot of these people they're giving their money to JM Bullion and they're waiting weeks for it to be able to go.
Do they get the return on it at some point because they invested it? Do they get it at the point they bought at the price they bought it at?
If they can come in, yeah. Oh, I just saw an interesting thing. Even the American Eagles, they just went through the roof. They shut it down for a while. I heard a whole podcast where they shut it down and they repriced it and they came open. They went up to $175 an ounce.
No kidding.
No, $175 an ounce for the new Eagles right now through the U.S. government. Crazy.
We got a bunch of things over here coming up. We got to get ready to close the show down. Please forgive me. We have Biden Hair Service. Biden Hair Service says copper is next. I definitely agree with you. Look at the price of copper. Silver is going way high. GSR is now 49 to 1. GSR.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is 49 of silvers equals $1. One gold coin.
169. Biden Hair Service says. Eric Schaefer, thank you so much for joining us back on the show over here. Please let us know where you're from. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate you being on the show. What Zebic to buy, ZBC or ZBCN? It's ZBCN. Hold on. I'm not going to say the wrong thing out loud because I'll be a big schmuck over here. It's ZBCN.
That's what I said.
Yeah, ZBCN. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure. Let's see over here. You guys are running over here on me. And the one guy, you'll forget about silver's 4x after ALT coin, after all coin season starts.
Yeah, amen.
Amen and hallelujah, brother. Absolutely. And ZBC, Biden Hair Service says ZBCB. No, it's ZBCN. My wife is calling me. She's letting me know to come home.
He's coming, Val.
XBCN. I'm not sure what that is. Biden Hair Sniffer, please forgive me.
No, the X instead of the Z. I think he was saying it was a
ZBCN. There you go. That one guy, ZBCN. Sorry, a lot of people jumping over here. Biden Hair Sniffer says gold silver ratio. Yep. Eric Schaefer says, thanks, guys. Absolutely, my friend. And Biden Hair Sniffer says, my fingers are fat.
Touche.
It's okay. And I'm trying to read it as fast as it's coming through. All right, everybody, listen, thank you for joining us this week on Monday. We're going to be here on Friday. It's going to be an exciting show, something exciting to share with you. Can't tell you what it is yet, but please join us. Please share with your friends and family. We love you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you so much. Michael Cristoforo, David Lamel, this is the Intro to Crypto, and we will see you Friday.